Now let us take up a question from January 25 RTP from chapter 5, audit of items of financial statement. During the audit of Rapid Industries Private Limited, CA Akshat notices that inventories of raw material and consumables and work in progress amounting to 2.5 crores and 0.25 crore appear in the financial statement of the company as on 31st March 24. He wants to verify the above mentioned inventories have been valued appropriately as per generally accepted accounting policies and practices. How should he proceed to verify the above? So, whether the valuation of inventory has been done properly or not, that is what they are trying to highlight. So, inventory comprises of raw material, work in progress, finished goods. The way you what you can say value raw material and consumables, it's quite different from the work in progress. Work in progress, because it may be 25% complete, it may be 50% complete, so we will not know. So here the assertion what they are trying to do is that the management has made an assertion of valuation, and as an auditor I have to obtain a sign on these valuation assertion. Okay, on the valuation assertion I have to obtain a sign. That's the thing actually. Okay, so the first and the foremost thing is that actually here, so they are talking about the valuation of raw material and consumables and inventory. Now let us and the finally the work in progress. So raw material and consumables, how do you check? How an auditor checks the about the valuation of these items? First of all, what are the elements which are included in the cost? The purchase cost, the carriage inward cost, and then the taxes which are non-refundable, duties which are non-refundable, that has to be included. And suppose say they are using a standard cost method, suppose the standard cost method is a basis for valuation, then you have to arrive at what is the basis of the standard. So suppose they are using standard cost, what is the basis of arriving at the standard? And you have to compare the actual cost with the standard cost. Is there any variance? So you have to analyze the variance, and then you have to ensure that it is properly accounted in the accounting records and any variance from the standard with the actual. Then you have to see the cost prices like say with purchase invoice, you have to do a cross checking with the invoice, what the price they are quoting and what it is included here. That has to be checked. That's a thing here. And how do they value the obsolete inventory, damaged inventory, okay, which you observe during the physical inventory counting? That has to be taken based on the net realizable value. Say suppose the inventory is damaged, you will not get the same price. So what is the damaged value? What is the price you get for the damaged value? That has to be considered. That need to be considered. That's a thing here. Now, when it comes to the case of what you can say the work in progress, so suppose say we are talking about the aspect of work in progress. So, how do you go about the work in progress? That's the thing actually here. Work in progress, as I told you, it's quite different from the valuation of raw material and consumables. First of all, what is the different stages of production or different stages of value addition that you have to check. These different stages of production you have to check. You have to ensure that it is measured properly. That's the thing here. And there may be chances that there may be an estimate made. The challenge in inventory is work in progress only, because work in progress you don't get an exact number, you don't get it. So there will be some estimate made. Estimate made means which is nothing but accurate in nature. That's a thing here. So that is a thing actually here. So now in such case actually here, so what happens is that the you have to see the what are the elements of the cost which are included in the work in progress. So overheads are included, and what is the basis in which the overheads are included? That you have to check. That you have to examine, my dear soldiers. So you have to check, my dear soldiers, the costing methods. Well, you have to use the what is the costing method which is used to value the work in progress. What is the financial data is being maintained by the entity, that has to be checked. That's the thing here. Okay, and any abnormal waste factors that has to be excluded. So suppose say something abnormal is coming up, that should not be a part of the evaluation of such work in progress. Okay, so these are the things you check in case of the work in progress. That's it. First you check what are the stages of production and whether it can be measured reliably or not. That also we have to check. Okay, so this is the answer for this question. Okay, I'll move ahead.